Nathan Garsack.
Gorsak.
Dynamic. And this motherfucker. And you're watching DCR TV. Get some! So, what are we going to talk about today, boys?
You guys ever heard of that band Iced Earth?
Yeah, like 12 years ago.
Right.
Wow.
But John Schaefer, I told you guys about this a few days ago. He was at the Trump rally riots, but something else has happened recently that I thought was very interesting. He is now on FBI's most wanted list because of this. Yes, he is a person of interest. So he's straight up on a FBI wanted list.
You figured he'd turn himself in, as
right?
popular
Yeah,
as he is.
Like, you made your band popular again, John. Like, good job. Like, nobody's heard about you for years and years, and now everybody remembers you again.
I still didn't hear about him. What are you talking about?
Well, it's mixed results. Some people hear about it, some people don't.
So did he break shit or get inside the White House or anything?
He was there with the raid. Like, there's a few pictures of him, but
no video.
No video of him actually being in the building. But they
would have been better if they could have got a video of it.
Yeah, but like
he did it, man.
He did.
He went to jail doing it, but he did it.
I mean, he's gonna go to jail, and then he's gonna go to federal prison, and then
maybe not. He's got enough money. Yeah. He might make enough money while he's in jail, waiting in jail.
Maybe. Like, I guess it's kind of like what rappers do. Like, they go to jail to get big. Like,
right.
Oh, free my homie and listen to his mix track.
Free my homie. Hashtag free my homie.
Right. Like, thought that was absolutely ridiculous. Like, and if you look at the posts they made, like the FBI of like all the pictures they're wanting, like people to find, it looks like a fucking Where's Waldo page with some of like the weirdest looking characters in the fucking whole.
Did you guys ever hear about the conspiracy that someone over in China, they say that someone had eaten bat soup and the bat had COVID?
Oh,
which
yeah.
I thought was pretty funny.
I've heard a lot of shit like that.
That's
I've
what
heard
they did
people,
to AIDS.
There's like
man.
all kinds of conspiracies.
They did the same shit to AIDS.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like, I heard people that they just like was just biting bats going around trying to spread this disease.
But then I've also heard people say that it's been around since the beginning of time, but it just like mutated.
Corona was like a disease in bats and stuff like that, and
it just mutated.
It mutated
that's what it does.
To humans, and it's mutated again. Like,
I mean, it's evolution, man. Straight up.
Yeah.
It survived better by mutating in humans. It spread quicker, and so obviously the genes that let it mutate in humans are going to be passed on more often. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
You know, we spread it like crazy and took advantage of it.
Yeah.
But I still think it was made in a lab, just like AIDS.
It's very possible.
You don't want to go down the wormhole with me.
Yeah, you don't. There's a lot of wormholes, and then they intertwine the wormhole.
Oh yeah,
it's a huge mess.
Everything ends up being aliens,
right? Like that's shocked me. 2020, they announced that UFOs are real. Like
who? The government?
The Pentagon. They released top secret information.
Okay. We didn't know that already.
Yeah,
we've been telling them for years. We knew.
Yeah, but they were like, "Oh, you guys are doing way too much acid and fucking mushrooms, whatever the fuck you're on. You're too much of it." Like,
20 years from now, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, you guys were right. We totally had them bodies." After they've already landed, you know what I mean? They're like, "Oh yeah."
That's what they do. They wait a while until like most of everybody that was in the experience is dead or too old to remember, and then they're like, "Hey, we did this a long time ago. Forgive us. It was a long time ago."
20 years from now, they're gonna be like, we'll probably have fucking spaceships.
You're not wrong, but let me ask
everybody
you.
Will
let me ask you, because it just kind of brought up an interesting question in my head. What do you guys think in 20 years metal will be like?
Like heavy metal?
Heavy metal, yeah. What's gonna happen to heavy metal?
20 years old. That's a good one.
Years?
I don't even think it'll sound the same. I think it'll sound like, I think it'll be metal, but I don't think it'll be metal like as we know it right now.
Think
Like,
about what
I think just the sound, the overall quality of the sound, I don't even think it'll. It's almost scary. Like, I don't even think it'll sound the same.
It's
like.
I don't even think a guitar will be a guitar. I think
you're
it'll.
right.
I think it'll look like a guitar, but I don't think it'll be anything like we have right now.
I think you're right. Completely.
Yeah, they've already got electric guitars where all you have to do is touch where that note is supposed to be played, and it plays it.
If you think about like music 30 years ago, and think about how heavy it was, now we listen to it and we're like, yeah, it's a classic, man. That you lay your girl down to that kind of music now. But heavy metal now is like screaming and growling and busting your vocal cords out on a track.
Yeah,
and
for some people.
How can it get more, more intense than? Because that's what metal is in its own right. Like,
I don't think it'll be any more
primal,
intense. I don't really think it'll be any more intense. I just don't think it'll sound the same. I think it'll be a lot different.
Freaking crazy. I can't even imagine it. Like, at that point in 20 years, I don't think you could even differentiate electronic music from any other genre, just because everything's going to be so futuristic and shit, just because of how fast technology's progressing.
Everything will be easy at that point. Everybody will play guitar. You won't need a musician because everybody will be one.
That's fucking right.
But yeah, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if, like, in 20 years, if, like, the guitar strings get replaced with some kind of, like, digital finger-pressed ordeal.
Easily.
Just with technology.
That stuff's already beginning to come out, and it's very unreliable right now, but in 20 years, it could be freaking... Fender could be putting out these freaking guitars, like these electric guitars, like.
Did you see that? It's a drum set, but you don't touch anything. There's no sticks. You just put your hands in front of it.
What?
I seen somebody playing one of those one day.
That is
on the tube.
Well, shit. That's fucking.
And like they were putting it had dots on it. And they were putting their hand on different, and it was like. You know how drums are different. You can tune drums to different notes and shit.
It's another thing. Instruments. It's almost crazy to think about. What will instruments be like? 20 years from now as well.
That's true.
Like I said, man, everybody will be a musician.
You're not wrong. I mean, we're musicians, so if we can do it, then yeah, you can do it too. Trust us. Any of you guys Megadeth fans?
Who?
Megadeth.
They've got a few good songs. I mean, they're alright. They're not my favorite, though.
No, I couldn't tell you one song by them.
Really?
Honestly, yeah. I've listened
High
to
Speed
them, but...
Dirt, Symphony of Destruction. I could get Tornado of Souls, Peace Sells, but Who's Buying? I personally have been a huge Megadeth fan when I first heard Metallica, because you hear Metallica, and because of their rivalry of trying to be better than one of another, you kind of hear about the other one. But Dave Mustaine, he released teasers of a few new songs and a possible album coming up soon.
Like 2021?
Yeah, right. 2021, brand new Dave Mustaine and the Megadeth, which personally I'm very excited for. But I think one good thing about the whole pandemic thing that's happened is artists have had, it seems like, more time to work on stuff.
Yeah, because they're not getting out and able to go, do collabs and that type of stuff. So they're having all this time to release music and do pretty much anything they want.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know about you guys, but I was completely surprised when AC/DC released their new album. That threw me off. I was like, what? These guys? It's for
been,
real?
Again?
It's been forever since they've had an album too, though.
Yeah. And then there's Ozzy, he's hinting at a new album he's releasing in 2021, right after Ordinary Man, which I personally like the album a lot. But yeah, and then I've heard a lot of shit. I've heard that Hannah Montana, or no, not Hannah. What's her name?
Miley Cyrus.
Okay, Miley Cyrus. I heard. It might not be true, but I heard that she was working on a Metallica cover album that she was doing.
I could see that, because she went wild and now she's doing something different. You know.
Yes, I mean,
I'm a huge Molly fan, honestly. I think
she's what? Let your opinion be known.
I just think she's kind of like a lot of pop stars. They do what's popular. So something that comes out that's popular, they mimic it, and it's just kind of like selling out, switching to whatever gets you money. You know?
Yeah, you're right. Instead of coming up with original content.
No, it was nuclear blasters.
How much better do you guys think music will be this year compared to what's been the last 2 years?
I don't know, because everybody's doing music, so there's like a lot of saturation.
Yeah, I feel like these past 2 years there's been a lot of there's been a lot of different genres come out with good music. I think one thing that I always look forward to the first of the year is with music is okay, who's gonna have what out and when
Exactly, you're right. Personally, I like the way 2020 is looking so far already. I mean, it's looking good. I've heard a lot of good news about a bunch of different albums that many artists are working on. Some that we don't like, some that we do, but I'm still gonna give it a listen, and it's exciting. But I also saw something that Dr. Faccioni, or whatever his name is, he predicted that tours and shows and all that good stuff will be able to come back fully in 2021 by the fall.
By fall?
Cool. By fall, yes.
We better be ready to tour by then.
Right, or do live shows in the garage or something.
Can you imagine us being able to tour? That'd be crazy.
That would
like
be
even if we just got to do it like across the state, like
still,
that'd be awesome. Crazy.
That would be awesome. Okay, where would you want to go if we could go to any across the state?
First show, like I'd want to play. If I had to pick an arena that we could play in, I'd probably pick one of the biggest possible. Like I don't know, like it'd have to have like 200,000 fans. Just 200,000
jumping straight to a stadium.
Yeah,
we don't need those small town
It'd have
shows.
to be loud.
No way.
None of that box shit. We want the can stuff.
It'd be fun though. It would.
That would be dope. Even if it was mostly empty.
Yeah.
Personally, me, I would love to go over to Illinois and go up to Chicago.
Really?
I've been there a few times. It's
I got a good scene.
It's very brutal up there. You're kind of scared to go outside because that might be me, small Kentucky boy or something. But I went to Chicago. I was like, when I was outside, I was like just watching.
Did you hear any gunshot?
I wasn't really in that part of Chicago, but there was police and ambulances going pretty much nonstop.
Tell you guys what else looks and sounds fun is playing on a beach.
That'd be cool. That would be cool as fuck.
Yeah. You know where I'd like to play?
Where?
I'd like to play somewhere fucking foreign.
Foreign?
Yeah. Like the UK.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Canada.
No, ew.
No. That's true.
I'm going by boat.
If I could play anywhere...
Yeah, fuck planes.
If I could play anywhere overseas, it'd probably be like somewhere in Europe or France, definitely.
Overdue. France?
Europe or France, definitely.
Yeah, I'd want to go like tour around Europe. It'd be fun. I've never been.
That would be sick.
Have you guys ever been offshore?
Offshore? Never been out to the U.S.
No.
Not even into Canada?
Nope.
No, I've never. No.
But I mean, we're talking about going to different countries and stuff. But let's talk about something a little more different.
A little more different.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna answer it, and you guys answer it. But you guys gotta answer it first, right?
All right.
Okay.
So, in the huge world of music, you could ban any one song in the entire world by any artist, and no one could ever listen to it again, or they would die instantly, what would that song be?
There's so many.
Yeah, so you gotta pick the worst one, or the one that you just don't like.
Never again. Ever. Like, it was out there, but if you listened to it, you knew that you would die.
Yeah, like, someone would hunt you down and like
just murder you, assassination.
The UN's gonna be like, yeah, anybody listen to this song?
So basically, it's like it's like doing some really fuck shit on the internet. As soon as the NCIS DB
I'll go first. Honestly, in my opinion, the silliest song I've ever heard is probably Red Solo Cup. And I just don't get it. I mean, you're sitting there listening to it, and the guy's like, Red Solo Cup. You know, you can. I just don't get it. Out of everything you could write about,
isn't that fucking obvious?
Out of anything you could write about, you're gonna sit there and write about a cup. Now, why? But the crazy thing about it is just how popular that song is.
Yeah. No, I can't lie. When it came out, like, I listened to it and I was like, huh, catchy, you know?
Yeah, it's really catchy, yeah.
But you listen to it more and it's
dumb.
just like...
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Like I said, I thought it was obvious. Like,
I never listened. I thought it was corny.
I did.
I mean, it was corny as fuck.
All country music is corny.
Not the old shit.
No, not
I like the old shit.
But when you're sitting there singing about a cup, I'm like, really?
Yeah, like, come on.
It's a party song, but I get it, you know. It's a fucking cup, bro. It's red.
It
says Solo on the bottom of it because that's the company that made it. And it fucking holds your liquid.
So it's a cup.
So,
like, I want to know whose idea was it. Like, oh, here's what is this? Oh, this is a cup. Let's sing about this.
Right? He's probably just drinking by himself or at a party or something. It was just like, oh my god, this is the best song ever. No one's ever wrote about the cups. What? Like, that's definitely a good one. That was a good answer. Now, I believe it's Dynamics 10 to answer this question and this freight train.
I'm going to, and solely to ruin one man's life for being such a petty whore. I would love, just simply adore, if they banned the Happy Birthday song. It made somebody so much money, and it's so ridiculous that, you know, a human could do that.
It is.
I guess I would have to go with the Happy Birthday song. Every time somebody heard it, their ears would bleed.
Yeah.
That'd be painful.
Because Reen Rimmons don't deserve any money. Any money.
That'd be so painful.
That was a little less unexpected. Now we gotta
it's your
constantly sing.
Now it's your turn.
Yeah, that's true.
It's your turn.
Let it rip.
That was loud. It's a very good question. I've been thinking about it very hard. And one song that still to this day, now I am a huge Beatle fan. I've listened about every album they put out, about every song they put out. I know a lot of their drama, all that good stuff. But one album that irks me the most with one of their songs is Octopus Garden on Abbey Road. Have you heard it?
No.
Never. Okay. It's so just, for the album that it is, it's just so out of place. It's just, and it's catchy, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of like the Red Solo Cup. It's kind of stupid. Like, I can't even give you the lyrics. But it's talking about wanting to go underwater to live in an octopus's garden. And they talk about how the octopus always is like watching them and knows what they're doing in the garden.
Right.
I mean, yeah, it's catchy, it's funny to listen to, but it could have been a single. Like, it didn't have to be on Abbey Road, in my opinion. That could be just me, but I mean.
So what's Abbey Road, the album about?
That was the album where they're walking across the street. Like, that was that was one of their I guess
because it had the octopus garden on it.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, still. I mean, I'd like to go to McCartney or something and just ask, be like, who wrote that song? Was it Lennon? I don't know. Like,
was it Lennon? Because I'll ask him when I get there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure.
I just need an answer.
Yeah. I don't even want to get into the fact that McCartney says that he talks to one of the dead band members through a tree.
What?
Yeah, he said that in an interview. And he talks to one of the dead band members through a tree.
Like, was he meaning it metaphorically or straight up like, I'm hearing voices?
He hears voices through that tree, and only that tree, apparently, of one of the dead members. It just, when I first heard it, like, it just kind of blew my fucking.
So, guys, I got a question.
Alright.
Favorite, like, top 3 bands, any genre, that you listen to right now? Like, currently following.
Can it be an artist, or does it have to be a band?
It can be either or, just.
Technically, an artist would be a band, I guess.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. What, is song or band, or just band?
Just band.
Okay.
Top 3 current bands.
Alright. Who wants to go first?
Eeny, meeny, money, I choose me.
Alright.
Okay, U.S., of course.
Okay, so I've already mentioned one of them, Testament.
That's
I've been getting really deep into their shit lately. Recently, I've looked back into some Dragon Force because of their riffs.
I love Herman's riffs.
Yeah, there's like 5 of them, aren't they? Guitarists.
Yeah,
they all play guitar, I'm pretty sure.
They're
but
all fucking crazy.
when they play, like 6 of them are playing at a time. You know, so I've been getting into that shit, and you know. And then my last one would probably, because I listen to them like on a regular basis. Testament and all that stuff, I'm just kind of like creeping into.
So that'd be your third one?
No, Testament and Dragon Force. I've been, you know, one I just discovered and I'm creeping into it. I don't listen to it all the time. It's not my favorite. You know, it's not something I'm familiar with, but I've been listening to. But the last song, the last artist, genre, or motherfuckers, would probably have to be.
You can say One Direction. It's okay. We'll only beat you up after the podcast.
No, it's I had it, but I lost it. Get back to me.
Okay, I'll take over from here. My top 3, and I'm gonna name them in order too, because this guy, he's unorganized as fuck. But
I don't do symmetry.
It's not symmetry if there's 3. Fucking the third one, definite hardcore. Been in my top 5 for a long time. Type O Negative. I love Peter Steele's vocals. I love their songs. Just all around, I love that vibe they go for. Because he just talks about killing himself and his girlfriend. Like, what's fucking more brutal than that? That's pretty brutal.
Good point.
Okay. Then number 2.
Maybe if she was pregnant. If it was an unborn child, that'd probably be a little more brutal.
Yeah, you're right. Fucking second one, obviously Black Sabbath / Ozzy
Osbourne.
Yeah. You gotta respect the Godfather of metal and Black Sabbath in general, because they pretty much created what is metal today. Yeah. But ever since I heard Ozzy, the first song I heard was Scream, off of his album from Scream, and heard that, and I was instantly in love. And then I started listening to Black Sabbath, and it just rabbit hole. But definitely one that I think is a lot of people think is overrated, but Slipknot.
I like Slipknot.
I fucking.
Is that your 3? Is that your 3?
Yeah, that's my top.
Slipknot's your top.
Right now, my 3. Let's see. For my 3 that I'm listening to right now, my first one would have to be Youngblood. He's got another rock album out. A lot of people, I don't see how the guy's not in the band. I mean, just his voice and a lot of his content that he puts out. I think he's got good music. My second one would probably be Knuckle Puck. They have another album out, and then obviously, which he actually done a collab with Youngblood. Probably Bring Me the Horizon. I think they actually have some more music out too, so I'm looking forward to that. But that's probably my top 3 artists that I'm listening to right now.
Nice. But,
Five Finger Death Punch.
Oh, so you're just really into the metal Nickelback, right?
Pretty much.
No offense, Five Finger.
I listen to Nirvana too a lot, but they don't have a lot of shit, you know.
Yeah, they stopped releasing a long time ago
for some reason,
for whatever reason.
But
somebody got obsessed with guns or something. I don't know.
Whoa. I believe he was actually murdered. Same thing happened to John Lennon. You know,
right?
He was murdered.
You're right.
Yeah.
I mean,
nobody's to say who done it. They know who caught John Lennon. I mean, who, you know.
I mean, probably just saying, if Kurt Cobain didn't die from murder, he probably would have died on a plane or something.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because that's how rock stars go.
Never get on
anybody.
Speaking of Kurt Cobain, have you guys noticed? It's now it's crazy because it's even carrying over into rap and pop. Have you guys ever tried to count how many Kurt Cobain references there are in a song? Because by now it's been used in every genre.
I believe it. He's popular, man.
It's they're paying homage, but at this point, I think they're just trying to rob the grave. Anyway, we've talked about a lot of good stuff. We want to thank you guys for tuning in, for liking the video, for disliking the video, for commenting that you hate us. We love it all. And we just want to appreciate you and thank you for all you do for us here at DCR.
DCR out.
Thanks everyone for checking out the video, and if you haven't already, go listen to Into the Darkness, our first single here at DCR, and let us know what you think about the questions and comment your answers. Tune in next time, DCR.